Exploits can allow you to get unlimited everything in your favorite online games, Android, iOS, PC, if you're quick, and you simply follow these steps. It's me, Game Jacker, and today I'm going to show you how to use exploits and glitches to cheat in your favorite online games, as these incredible bugs can be exploited to get powerful advantages in a lot of games that you would otherwise not be able to get powerful cheats in, such as item duplication, glitching under the map, loot caves that can easily be farmed using simple bots, unlimited items, unlimited gold, unlimited EXP. Almost anything is possible using exploits and glitches, even in online games, on Android, iOS, PC, whatever you want. As always, all the links will be down in the description below. While you're there, leave a like, subscribe to the channel for weekly game jacking content. So without any further ado, as you guys know, in most online games that require the internet to play, it is impossible to get unlimited money by simply modifying game memory or using mods or other game jacking apps, because of course the vital game values and your save game will be stored on online servers that cannot be modified using any traditional means. However, exploits and glitches are based on bugs in the game, so mistakes that the developers made when they made the game, and they can allow you to get around the server restrictions on cheating in online games. The only downside being, of course, that these will get patched eventually if they go public. So if the developers of a game become aware of one of these exploits, they will patch them in the next patch or update of the game. So if you want to use them, you need to know how to find them quickly before they are gone forever. I'm going to show you one example, and then I'm going to show you how to find them as quickly as possible before they get patched out of the game for any game that you're trying to cheat in. So this is Fallout 76. It's an exploit that I actually used. There was a bug in the game that allowed you to get unlimited EXP, and it was extremely easy. All you had to do is go to a trap somewhere on the map, a specific trap, and just disarm it. And basically, you could re-disarm it forever. As you can see, the guy is just spamming his use key and getting unlimited EXP, unlimited crafting materials. And that's what I used to do in this particular game as well, and it took me to like a level 150 from like level 20. Extremely powerful, but it didn't last forever. It eventually got patched, so you need to find these things before the developers become aware of the exploit and get rid of it. So how do you actually find legitimate exploits before they're patched out of the game? This is another example of a duplication exploit where you can duplicate items in an online game. Extremely powerful. This is Minecraft Bedrock Edition, and by simply transferring stuff to a chest and then logging out quickly, this guy is able to break the game, duplicate the items, and essentially get unlimited items. So to find these exploits before they're patched out of the game, what you're going to need to do is you're going to scour all of the game cheating communities out there, and the best tool to do that is of course hackerbot.net. And as the most popular games, especially for mobile, are online games, this is gonna be useful for a lot of you guys. So what you're gonna wanna do is Google game hacks, go to hackerbot.net, go to get hacks, go to our hack finder tool, and you're going to want to search for exploits here. So for example, I'm gonna search for Fallout 76 Unlimited EXP. That's what I used to do when I used this cheat. And here, for example, are a bunch of glitching tutorials and exploit tutorials for Fallout 76, but this works on any online game out there. Here, for example, an attack speed exploit for Diablo 4. That's what I looked for, Diablo 4 exploit. This is gonna work best at the beginning of a life cycle of an online game. So because most of the bugs will be present when the game is actually released, you know, when the developers are rushing out the game, it's still very buggy. There's gonna be a ton of exploits, and the developers might not be able to roll all the exploited items and gold back in time. You might actually get to keep the spoils of your exploiting. Especially item duplication glitches are extremely powerful, as they can allow you to basically get unlimited money in online games. And while most of these exploits will be present at the beginning of the life of an online game, they can also crop up later, because later updates can still bug the game. So the best method to find these exploits before they're patched is just to scour these forums out there, these communities, by using HackerBot every week to catch exploits before they're patched out of the game. You need to be pretty lucky, because of course someone needs to be selfless enough to post this online instead of using it for themselves. There are literally people that just accidentally found exploits and then became millionaires because they were able to sell some of the most powerful items on eBay or wherever. I'm not telling you guys to do that, by the way. Depending on the game, that might be unfair competition with the developers, so don't do that. But the fact of the matter is, especially item duplication glitches are extremely powerful, and there's of course other stuff like glitching on the map. Loot caves can be farmed easily with macros. Basically, in some games there were caves that were infinitely spawning mobs with rare loot, and you could just stand there, shoot in one direction and kill them all, get unlimited loot, unlimited money using simple macros. Link in the description down below, by the way. And of course, in competitive shooters, there's ways to glitch underneath the map or on top of the map, which makes you in many cases almost impossible to kill, being almost a god mode for these kinds of online games. So again, the best method to fight these is to Google HackerBot or game hacks. Go to hackerbot.net, go to our hack finder tool, and scouring the internet regularly. All the legitimate websites will be covered here that actually post working cheats and exploits regularly. For example, here we have a glitch that allows you to get underneath the map. You could also use YouTube, but chances are that your exploit is going to be patched within days if it makes it onto YouTube. Because of course these things go viral on YouTube and then it's basically patched within a day or two, generally speaking. So I've seen the most simple of exploits where you just stand there and spam one key. In these cases you can just use a macro, just spam the key automatically to get you unlimited whatever. And the Minecraft mobile one is one that is a little bit more involved. You need to log out at the right time in order to duplicate your items. This is what I would call an intermediate kind of exploit. It's not very complicated to do. This one here is an item duplication glitch for Roblox. This is more involved. You need actually to have 2 instances of Roblox open. You need to be able to play with yourself or with a friend, an alternate account, and then log out and rejoin the game at the right time. This is a fairly complicated one because first of all, you need a way to run 2 instances of the game. You need to have 2 accounts to make it work. It's a lot more difficult. And then here we have a script assisted kind of duplication glitch where you actually need to have an in-depth script that does things for you automatically, because actions have to perform so quickly that a human is simply unable to do it, especially on mobile. That's often the case because there's no way to input the user commands as quickly as you need to make the exploits work. So in those cases, you might even need a script. And again, the best way to find legitimate scripts like that is to use HackerBot Hack Finder in order to find them as they are released. As you can see, he's activating his pet duping script, and then he's able to duplicate his pets using this simple script. Now, these scripts are hard to find. It's very specific to your game. It's very time sensitive as well. These scripts need to be made, and then again, the duplication glitch is gonna get patched out of the game eventually, especially since this one obviously made it onto YouTube, which is a surefire way to make sure your exploit gets patched. But most of the exploits you will never know about because they stay private. Either the person that just finds it by accident keeps it to themselves. Sometimes something leaks out and it goes public and then it gets patched. And as for the ways to find these exploits, it's very complicated because there's no surefire way how to find these exploits. Usually they are just simply found by accident. If you've ever watched a speedrun and heard like the stories of how people found the exploits and the glitches that make the speedrun possible, it's very often just a matter of luck. Just you do things randomly and then you find out that it does something and you try to recreate it and so on. Especially in online games, people also use lag, which pretty quickly gets dangerous because you don't want to be causing lag. That is not a good thing to do. But usually it's done by either using lag, performing multiple actions at once, trying to log out of the game at vital points where you're trading an item or you're picking it up or you're putting it from the ground into your inventory. And then sometimes a glitch occurs where the item is now in your inventory but it's also still on the ground, having you duplicate the items basically. And that's how it is very often done. But again, while there is strategies such as, for example, seeing how exploits work in other games and trying to do the same things in your game, there is no surefire way to find an exploit reliably. And of course, the most obvious ones, such as loot caves, will be patched very, very quickly, so use them while they're fresh and steamy. Overall, exploits are the most powerful cheat potentially in online games, allowing you to get unlimited everything in online games, potentially unlimited likes on the video, if you simply are lucky and get the right stuff at the right time. And again, the best chances you have by using HackerBot. Go to hackerbot.net, go to Get Game Hacks, go to our Hack Finder tool, look for the exploits for your particular game, and keep doing it regularly so you can catch working exploits before they are gone forever. Overall, not easy to do, but if you do manage, you might be set for life in a particular game. Anyways, that's it for exploits. As always, all the links in the description down below. Leave a like for the video, subscribe for weekly game jacking content, and I'll see you guys next time. Game Jacker out!